Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Ramadan Mubarak. So listen, where have I been for these shows? So I've been busy working, and I'm at work now. I'm just on break. So I need to get out this video for Prophet Sulaiman, inshallah. And then I will do a video for Prophet Ibrahim, inshallah. Probably Wednesday is when I'll have time to like actually get it done. So I will get those done before Ramadan. And then post Ramadan, I will do videos on various important like religious figures in Islam. I want to cover like the mujaddeds of the century, like people that people believe that say that hey, this person may be a candidate to be the mujaddid of each century, may have done this or that. So I want to cover that, and to really really get into the details of certain things, inshallah. So Prophet Sulaiman, obviously, is a story that we all know, and we've heard from youth and all the things. But when you get to study more, you find out there's more like sources and more opinions and stuff, and various beliefs that go with this. Sort of like when you learn about the Sahabas, right? The Sunni side of stuff and the Shi'i side of stuff tends to have like it has like some similarities, but then it also has some differences. And for example, like the Shi'i sources, right? I was reading on alislam.org, which is like the number one Shi'i site on the internet. It was saying how like Prophet Sulaiman, one of Prophet Dawood's 19 sons, and he inherited the kingdom of Prophet Dawood because he answered 9 questions correctly. I forget I forget exactly what they were, but it was like 9 riddles basically. And Prophet Sulaiman answered those questions the best, and then Prophet Dawood gave him the kingdom. And so that's what the Shia sources believe. But then that is a contradiction to one of the hadith, which I don't remember which one it was, but it's one hadith for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying how like the prophets don't like give away or don't give like kingdoms to their sons. Like it's not like if your father was like a pharaoh, right, and he had 10,000 gold bars, you don't inherit that as a son and as prophet. Like they give away their wealth to the poor and needy. So that's generally the case. And so again, there's just like conflicts here and there between Shia sources and Sunni sources and all that stuff, right? And so getting into the story of Prophet Sulaiman, right? Obviously, he's the son of Prophet Dawood, and Sulaiman is unique. Well, all the prophets are unique, but Sulaiman's kind of a one of one, really. Prophet Sulaiman, he is the prophet who asked Allah for a kingdom and powers that no one before him or after him would ever have, right? And so he asked Allah for these powers and the powers that Prophet Sulaiman received, which I have a PowerPoint for this, but I'm at work and I don't have my student email on my phone for some reason. I should have had this. Anyway. So a PowerPoint is not here, but I did make a PowerPoint for this, as I did for all the other ones. But yeah, so Prophet Sulaiman, right, asked Allah for powers and a kingdom that no one before him after him will have. And so Prophet Sulaiman, right, he is the only person in the history of mankind, right, to have control over the jinns, right? No one else had control over the jinns. There may be people that come after him and say, hey, listen, I too have control over the jinns. They follow me. They are my subjects. They are my students. They are my pupils, whatever. All of them are liars, because that is directly in contradiction to what the promise that Allah gave him. And if someone can have control over the jinns after Prophet Sulaiman, it probably would have been Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then I found one. I'm not gonna say it's a hadith because I wasn't able to verify, or I don't remember if it was authentic Sahih. It may have been slightly weak. It may have been from a Shia source, where it was talking about how according to this narration, and forgive me if this is incorrect, it was saying how a jinn had like tried to cause like some disturbance for the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And then so Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, grabbed the jinn by his throat and was like holding it and was subduing the jinn, and he was going to steal other jinn away, but then didn't, because if he did this, then like it would be violating the like promise given to Prophet Sulaiman by Allah. So he didn't do that. But again, I wasn't able to verify, or I don't remember if it was like authentic at all, or just weak, or just a fabrication. So forgive me if that's wrong. But yeah, so there is different sources for Prophet Sulaiman from the various things. There's even like Christian sources where certain scholars would use the Christian sources and stuff over like other things, because as you know, scholars they want to fill in the blanks, right? So if there's a gap in information, let's say that there's like it goes a year 1 and then we go to like a year 5. Scholars want to fill in year 3, 4, all right? And so that has to happen. That's something that they want to do. But one of the things I was reading was saying how like it's you need to be careful when doing that, is because you don't want to quote sources from like Christian things that like would paint the prophets or the Sahaba in any sort of negative light. So one of these like sources was like Prophet Sulaiman had 1,000 wives, and so the sources were saying that Prophet Sulaiman would regularly go through like 1,000 of them every night. And then we know of I know of a quote from a Sunni source that was saying that Prophet Sulaiman had 99 wives, but they brought him to 100. And Prophet Sulaiman said that he would, in one night, he would have relations with these 99 girls as wives. And he was like, I will have a son. But he didn't say inshallah, so it didn't happen. So again, none of that's really super important, but just the article that I was reading was just saying how like it's important to like not quote like unauthentic Islamic sources without mentioning that like this is a Christian source. This is found in the Bible. This is found in the Torah, the Injil. So yeah, you just have to be careful of that. This is basically what they're saying. So Prophet Sulaiman, right, had this massive kingdom, control over the animals, the winds, talk to the animals as well, the jinn as well, all this stuff, right? So he had a kingdom unlike anyone else. There are reports of like, flying ships and all this other stuff, and just all the like magical things you can think of, right? And then he has, this kingdom that's unrivaled. But there is this lady, the Queen of Sheba, and she is, I believe, she inherited her a kingdom, and so she's trying to coerce or entice Prophet Sulaiman to come to her side and be under her. So she's like, I don't want him to be a potential enemy. I'm going to send him gold, and this gold will hopefully get him on our good side, right? This will get him over to our side. And honestly, listen, in theory it sounds good, but like sending gold to Prophet Sulaiman, like that's like if someone were to say, hey, you know what, we're gonna give gold to Mansa Musa. Like you kind of you're not actually doing anything. You're kind of wasting your time. So that was something that she tried to do. Didn't work out, obviously. And then she was like, okay, I'll go there personally myself and try to bring him over to our side, yada yada. So the Queen of Sheba comes, and she's on her way to the kingdom of Sulaiman, and he's talking to his like followers, right? And he's like, can someone who among you can bring me the like throne room of the Queen of Sheba, right? And how fast can you do it? So someone says, I can bring it to you in one day. And Prophet Sulaiman is like, that's too long. Take long. And then someone else replied, I can bring it to you by the time you close and open your eyes. And so by the time that he had closed his eyes, opened his eyes again, the kingdom, her like throne area room was right there, inside of the kingdom of Sulaiman. And so when she came to the kingdom of Sulaiman, she was in awe because she was looking around like, why does this all look familiar? Like this looks exactly like the kingdom and the crown room that I have, but just better and bigger. And so he was taken aback. Then there are some reports that like she married him, and he took the Queen of Sheba as his wife, but she still ruled the kingdom of Sheba, just under the like overall supervision of Prophet Sulaiman. So there's again, some say that didn't happen at all, and there's other reports that I saw that it was like he actually just took over the entirety of the kingdom because it was all under his reign and rule. And then that is the Queen of Sheba, that whole thing. And I believe, and also there was a report I saw where like she became his 100th wife. So I mean, Allah knows best the exact details of what happened. And then we get to Prophet Sulaiman only ruled for about 33 years. So in comparison, right, a lot of the when you see the like reigns of the prophets, it at least for this time they had lived quite a while. But then Prophet Sulaiman obviously didn't rule for that long in his vast kingdom. But again, no one after him would ever have these powers. And when Prophet Sulaiman passed away, he passed away probably in one of the most like manly ways to go, where he's just standing up, he's standing there holding his staff, right? No one knows that he's passed away, right? None of the jinns, none of the animals. And he's just standing there holding his staff, standing up. And a termite, like, or whatever the heck, like bit through the staff, and eventually after a while the staff like broke in half, and then he fell down. That's how folks knew that he passed away. Because besides that, you would have no idea that he passed away, because like they were all just in awe and mesmerized by him for so much that it wasn't going to happen. And this shows, like, because as we know, like when you study like the jinns and stuff, and like the mischievous ways of them, they would never try that with Prophet Sulaiman. Like Prophet Sulaiman had the authority to seal them away into these bottles. Like when you think about like when you think about the movie Aladdin, right, where you know the genie is in this bottle or in this lamp, I guess, right? And so he's still there, right? Prophet Sulaiman sealed him there into this lamp for his after disobeying him, misbehaving, causing mischief, seals away inside these lamps. And then the humans have to come, rub the lamp, and then try to get them out by doing these things, right? And so if a human tells you, for some reason, they say, hey, I have control over these creatures, or me and the jinn are partners, they are 100% charlatan. They are 100% being used, because why would someone stronger than you need you for assistance in a fight? It's not how it works. Like, imagine you have to lift a thing that's 40 pounds, right? Okay. You can lift 80 pounds. You're strong, right? You can just lift 80 pounds easily, right? You are double the strength required for this weight. Someone who lifts 10 pounds is not going to come in and say, I'm help you out. No, you're not. You're going to be in the way. So for people that say, hey, listen, I have control over these jinns, or I can communicate with them and tell them what to do. No, you don't. You are actually committing kufr by going against the words of Allah. And we know this to be the case. And there's people that for some reason that think this, I'm going to say it. And people believe, oh yeah, nah, he's different. Like, he has these powers as well, because he's a part of this special family. Like, if the Prophet Muhammad couldn't do it, his family members can't do it either. And so you aren't going to be the exception to the rule ever. It's not how it works. It sounds cool, right? Like it sounds so cool. It's like yeah, like the jinns follow me. Like I'm just so spiritual and rightly guided. Yeah, this happens. Like, the only thing close we have to like jinn-related stories after Prophet Sulaiman is like the like devil was scared of Prophet Umar. Like, when Prophet Umar would walk on one side of the street, the devil goes to the other side. We understand that he was terrified of him, but it didn't say that Prophet Umar was like, I control the jinns and they do stuff for me. Like I believe it was Yasser Hadi who said like, do you think that the Muslims, right, during the early expansion, right, of Islam, do you think that the Muslims would ever even get close to losing a battle versus any of the non-Muslims, the Quraysh, the Romans, the Persians, any of this, right? Do you think that they did ever get close to losing a battle, like just kind of close, where they would ever have losses if they had control over the gens? Like the gens, they're much physically stronger than humans. So if you had gens on your side fighting for you, right, and Prophet Muhammad had the gens fighting for the Muslims at the time, right? They're not listen. They don't even have to fight. They're not losing battles. Like you can't kill them. The people in there killed them. Couldn't see them. They just die. So no, that didn't happen. And if someone tells you that again, they're lying. They're involved in some sort of black magic, soothsaying crap. Stay away from that person as far as you can. I don't care how believable that person sounds. I don't care if they speak to you in the most beautiful Arabic of all time. The recitation is perfect. They have a long beard. Avoid them at all costs. They're going to most likely lead you astray in some way, shape, or form. Again, that is a power only for Prophet Sulaimen. No one after him will have it. No one before him will have it. And that is the truth. Okay? And so, inshallah, I will do, I think that's the Prophet Ibrahim will be my fourth one. After that, Sunday the 23rd, what am I doing? I'm not working that day. So I should be able to do a video on Prophet Lut, because I saw a video on TikTok like the second week of Ramadan that annoyed me. So I need to do a video on Prophet Lut whenever I get a chance to. So inshallah, I'll be doing that. I'll have a video on Prophet Ibrahim probably Wednesday or Thursday at the latest, and then that will be that, and I'll continue to do that after the fact going forward. That is all I have for today. Assalamu alaikum, subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun, wa salamun alal mursalin, walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin, wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ameen.